Hey guys, what's up? I'm here after a long pause of not uploading any videos to actually bring up another tutorial for Anime Studio. Whether it be 8 or 9, I'm actually working with Anime Studio 9, but I had someone compliment me on my tracing tutorial, which is absolutely terrible now that I got a lot more experience, and asked where the second one was and if I can do a color pick. So that kind of motivated me to make a second one and get my lazy ass in gear and actually make videos for my Cool Skid 1234 channel because I've been really stuck on my Gamers Turmoil channel making animations. So let's get up on this. Seems like last we left off was on the zombie. I'm a little bit further than what I was before I ended the first video. However, this shouldn't confuse you too much. Pretty much what I'm going to do. I've learned a couple new techniques since. I'm actually going to import a tracing image, which is what I should have showed to begin with on the first video. It's a lot more helpful. And now I got kind of like a transparent overlay. If I actually take everything off, you can see that's what it looks like. It's transparent, but it makes it easier to trace. So, okay, what we're doing here is, hang on a sec. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is pretty much the rough trace. I've done a couple things to the drawing that I'm about to explain. This character has been done for a long time, almost almost an entire year, and I haven't really played with it since. So there's a couple things I need to go through and fine tune it, but I'm going to do it on my own time, not on this tutorial. But what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to add switch layers so you can give your character emotion, as well as adding color. Adding color, as long as all your whole outline is complete, as in like there's no gaps in between your points. Let's see. Let me explain this. Like here, you can see these the points. There you go. As long as that's completely closed, you should be able to fill that no problem. That's why I always like to start off with a circle. That way I know it's closed. Sometimes I run into a trouble of not closing it, so I had to think of something else. Okay, and same goes with the head. As long as it's closed, it'll fill in correctly, and you'll use. I like to use the what is it, shape tool, create shape, yeah, and then just kind of pick it, and then when it highlights like that, then you can press space and fill it in with whatever color you have on your style. Or if you have a style set up, I don't. I'm lazy, but I'm sure it'd be easier to use styles. I need to learn. Okay. Well, that's how to bucket in color. Okay, so if you trace the image from start to finish and don't use absolutely no layers, you're gonna end up. Here. I'm gonna make this all invisible for a second, just to kind of show you something. You're gonna end up with an image that looks like this. Yes, it looks awesome, but there's no movement you can add to it. So in order to move or add or to create movement, you will use switch layers or just different layers in general that you can manipulate. That way you don't have to manipulate the entire drawing and then just alter it. And what I mean by that is, okay, just pretend that I traced everything in. God damn it. Okay. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do this the easy way. I'm only gonna do this in one take, so hate on me all you guys want. I don't fucking care. Okay, so hang on, give me a moment. Okay, so like I said before, the transparent areas are the places that I would need to trace. Okay, so I'm gonna start a new vector layer. Okay, bear with me. New vector layer. Okay, and this is gonna be very, very crude, but pretend I'm doing it good. I would trace over his eyebrows as so. Okay, and boom, that's one of his eyebrows. And here's another one of his eyebrows. Okay, and since that's in a separate vector layer, I'm going to actually put it into a switch layer. Okay, and then I would name this eyebrows, because that's what it is, eyebrow, whatever. And then I would add this layer in here, and then I would manipulate these in some way that would make them different than others. Such as, like, eyebrow raised, so it looks like he's kind of like, what the fuck's going on? I'm a fucking zombie. But that's what I would do, and then I could switch and that would be that switch layer. Then I would duplicate it and then alter another one. And I'm not going to go through the full tutorial on that. I'm going to delete that, and I'm just going to bring in my eyebrows that I have now. Pretend that I just added them. I just traced them in. Okay, now you can kind of see what I mean. Okay, see, these are my original eyebrows. I would just leave that eyebrow or put eyebrow original. Okay, now I'll put eyebrow raised. And then, God damn it. Okay, eyebrow raised, whatever. Criticize me on my spelling, I don't give a fuck. But, okay, so, see, these switch layers are exactly the same. And it's actually on eyebrow raised right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to alter this. Make sure you're frame 0, because if you don't do it frame 0, it sucks. Make sure you're in frame 0. Okay, so I'm going to put it up like that. I'm actually going to get, since I'm fully traced now, haha, I'm actually going to get rid of the background. Okay, see, he's got a raised eyebrow now. Okay, see, between the two, you right-click this, eyebrow, that's normal eyebrow. Eyebrow raised, now the cartoon looks like that. He's got a raised eyebrow. Now you kind of see the benefit of having switch layers, where you can actually use these in the blend morphs too, but I'm not going to get into that shit. That's someone else's business to do that shit. I'm not doing it because I'm not that good of an instructor. So yeah, you kind of see what I mean. But you're going to use switch layers to bring your character to life. You're not only going to use it just for your eyebrows, you're also going to use it for your eyes. So, okay, see, I got my eyes in different switch layers. And the one that's open, you see how up is kind of like colored in? That means that it's active. So if I rendered it, it's up. But I can switch it by right-clicking eyes in the variable, or whatever. And it'll switch the eyes to wherever the position was. Like I said before, you can use blend morphs to make it transition smoothly. That way it's not a static movement. And another thing that I like to do when I trace, or another thing I did when I traced this, was also made a jaw. And you can see it seamlessly blends in with the character. You can't tell that this is two pieces. And that kind of helps for later on when I actually want to animate this. I can move it along like so. See, now I got a bit of an animation. So you can actually move his jaw without distorting the entire image. It doesn't alter the effect. So as you can see, it's just something I traced in a whole different layer. It's still traced with the picture. You just have to make a separate vector layer and do that. And the reason why it's in a group layer is because I got jaw 1 and wait a minute. I don't know why I haven't in a group layer. But anyway, you can use a separate vector layer as long as you got it layered right and you use proper line hiding tools. And then you'll have it. Shit, hang on. Yeah. But here, let me show you what that does. I'm a fucking dumbass zombie. So as you can see, I animated that. And that makes it a lot easier than moving the actual vector layer itself. You can move the whole group layer or vector layer. It just makes it easier that way. But really, that's all there is to it. I'm sorry this may have been a really crude tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. This was really just on a whim. Like, hey, I need to make a video and complete this, something that I haven't completed that should have been done over a year ago. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm a lot more familiar with the program now than what I was when I made the first tutorial. So I may be able to show you some tricks that I may have kind of overlooked when I made the first one. I've traced many characters. However, I haven't really used them for my own animations. I kind of just made them for fun, and it was for a project that never really went into effect. I'm gonna bring up another zombie that I traced that I feel pretty good about, but it needs some. Yeah, okay. See, there's quite a bit of detail in this guy. I did pretty well on it. I had some shadowing and all that, and I was really generic and just used the Anime Studio body. But this is, once again, is a traced image that I brought to life through... oh, don't worry about the body. We're actually going to delete the body. Ah, shit. Never mind. But, that I brought to life through switch layers and blend morphs. Like I said, I'm not going to go through blend morphs with you. But, eyebrows, move, eyelids, squint, blink. Now I have all these movements. But remember, you have to do it with switch layers, and you have to kind of focus on what it is. But I'm going to wrap this video up. Like I said before, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And check out my other channel. I got a Gamers Turmoil, or it's called Gamers Turmoil. And I've been doing game animations. And my primary animation program is Anime Studio 9. So I've been learning a lot of tricks lately, and I'd like to help some people out. So, thanks for watching the video, and I hope this helps you guys out. And like I said, questions, let me know.